When you're feeling down and like your world's moving slow, just remember your race and lose at your pace when marching towards your goals. And brighter than the stars, don't take impossible, nothing is impossible. You're brighter than the stars. An angel, 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 soaring like an eagle, eagle, eagle. Nothing is impossible, don't take impossible. You're brighter than the stars.
And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Talking with 3D. I am your host, Derrick Durrell Dixon. And ladies and gentlemen, I am excited to have the cast, the ladies, some of the cast, and the ladies of the stage play Chosen. I have Tamika, Ayo, and Lisa with me tonight. And I just want to let you guys know of an exciting play that all of us are in. We just came from Delaware and we put on the stage play Chosen. It was a sold out play. And we are just so excited. We are now going to be in Baltimore, August 20th, and then September 10th, we're going on to New York. So we are traveling. Other cities are going to be announced later, but I just want to let you know that we are going to again be in Baltimore, Maryland, August 20th with the stage play Chosen. This play was written, it's directed, executive producer by Nicole Howard, and Nicole wrote a book, a lady's journey from called to crushed to crowned. And you have to make sure that you get this book because the book is very powerful. It is to empower women. And Respect My Royalty Productions has put on this great play to empower women. Now, it is going to be for men, it's going to be for women. It is for very thought-provoking. It is very funny, it's very serious, it'll make you cry, it'll make you laugh, it'll take you through so many different emotions. And when we put on the play, you know, so many different emotions that every character we have to go through, but we did it with grace, we did it with class, we did it with style. And people walked away, especially women, walked away empowered. They walked away feeling the feelings that probably been suppressed for so long, they were able to find themselves within the play. And that's what this ministry is about. Respect My Royalty is about finding your crown, knowing how special that you are. So again, I am excited to bring some of the cast members here. That the cast is phenomenal. You have to, once again, make sure that you get your tickets, and we're going to tell you how to do that. But today, I have Tamika. She is playing Sister Wanda. I have Lisa, who is playing Joy. And then I have Ayo Moore, who is playing Aunt Eva. So ladies, how is the cast of Chosen doing this evening?
Fantastic.
Good, good.
Good. Well, thank you guys for all coming on. I'm going to start with you, Lisa. Lisa is a local actress. She has been in the business over 7 years experience with film and television. Most recently, Lisa has been seen in television a series as a psychiatrist in Black Therapy, streaming on Hulu right now, and also YouTube. Lisa also has been a part of local films such as Hands Up by Roosevelt Jackson, Dad Gang by Freeman, and a host of other local film projects. So Chosen will be Lisa's debut in theater. So I know that a lot of you guys do come from the acting with the film acting, but I didn't know that this was your first time. A lot of our first time actors are in theater. So, and you guys did, I had to clap it up for you because you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Tell us what it was like going from film into theater and working on this production Chosen.
Well, I was so excited because it was my first. Theater is so big, you know, you get to show your bigness. And when I first started doing television and film, I always had to be told, okay, you're right here, stay in the frame,
Yes.
Get out of the frame. And so when I was able to do stage, I was able to be so grand and move and, do everything I wanted to do. And it was so surreal for me because since I was a kid, I've done plays and I loved it. I loved the applause. And my mother wanted to really make me just really get into it. She wanted to travel with me, but she couldn't because she was a single mom and she was a professional at that time. So she could not travel with me. And now she's debilitated. And it was so surreal for her at 87 years old. They brought her up from Baltimore to Delaware. The assisted living owner and a couple of her caregivers and my aunt to see me do this play. And it jerked my heartstrings to see her in that wheelchair and to see what she wanted me to do all my life and to finally see it. Right. She closed her eyes. And so I'm so grateful for that.
Wow. Then we have A.O. Moore. She is playing Aunt Ava. And A.O., let me tell you a little bit about her. She was born and raised right here in Baltimore, Maryland. Also, she lives now in Philadelphia for most of her life. In 2021, she began studying acting professionally with Aiken Act. She's also introduced to the entertainment as an undergrad at Temple University, where she earned her BA in communications, working in radio and television. This year, she's been featured in several films: The Fearless Three, Can You Hear Me?, The June Smith Story, also Nobody's Son with Upcoming. Also, the highly anticipated feature film, Homebound, written by the award-winning entertainment,
Twin Tone?
Twin Tone Entertainment. And she also made her acting debut on stage with the theater play Chosen. So congratulations, kudos to everything that you have been doing, Io. I mean, just to be around people that are doing it, getting out there and getting their grind on. What was it like for you as Lisa to go from theater or from film into theater?
Sure. So thank you so much. I'm excited to be here. And I'll say this, to finally have participate in a theater production, I feel like I've arrived. Like, I feel like I'm an official actress now, not to,
You're
not
a thespian now. You're a thespian now.
There you go. And it's not to diminish the work that I've done with film, but just to touch on some of the things that Lisa said. She said you have to be big and you have to be sharp and you have to know your lines and you have to hit your mark and you have to be present in a way that you don't have to with film. Film, you can whisper, and the camera and the microphone is going to pick that up. You can make a subtle gesture and the camera will pick that up. I felt that is a challenge because of the bigness, using, Lisa said, having to find a way to bring emotion across the stage and to make sure that people actually feel it and are engaged in the scene. So that was a major challenge, but I loved it. I loved it. I was nervous when the first time when I was going to enter the stage. I was just nervous. I forgot my lines. It was just my mind was clear. I was just ready to enter the scene. I was like, girl, this is within you. Do it. And all the work and all the practice and all the rehearsals was evident on June 4th.
Yes. And that's the thing, Io, is that when theater, you all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot all my lines. I forgot where I was supposed to walk in. Forgot what I was supposed to walk to. What am I supposed to pick up? All that just plays in your head. Just as soon as they're saying action, you're going, pushing you out that door. And it's such a different, because with film, we can do cut, do it again, cut, do it again, cut, do it again. In theater, that's it. It's showtime. So you have to, we as actors in theater, we have to learn how to sometimes carry each other, because you do get lost in the moment. You get lost in what's going on and everything. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing, because then your learning techniques grow. And to me, theater helps you to become a better actor, better actress. So I appreciate theater. I am a theater person. I started in theater, so I love it. You know, my first musical I ever went to go see was The Wiz. And that's how I learned to just appreciate the art of theater, is seeing Stephanie Mills in The Wiz. And I was just like, wow, this is what I want to do. This is what I was made to do. So I love theater. Also, ladies and gentlemen, listen, we've got Tamika Addison that is here. She plays Sister Wanda in the stage play Chosen. She has been acting since her childhood. She has been working with several different production companies that make a difference, such as in a profound way. She feels that her greatest blessing so far has been birthing and raising her children. We got Hosea, Isaiah, and then Ocean. You named these children all these names, and I can't say not one of them, but all her children. We gonna say all her children. So listen, Tamika, you play Sister Wanda, which is one of the church ladies, and bringing that church lady, bringing that essence to the theater. How did it make you feel playing the Sister Wanda in Chosen?
Oh my gracious. Thank you. Playing Sister Wanda it was just so amazing. Finally actually getting on the stage, because just hearing of course, our part, the church ladies, we're the comic relief. Hearing the laughter from the audience, that's what I really love about theater. You have to pause, and you know how to wait, and wait for the laughter to die down before you deliver your next line, and you have to. But it was just so overwhelming for a second, because this deacon ran out there, and I was not expecting. For the deacon,
don't say nothing. Don't give it away.
Right. For the deacon's costume to be what it was, and it just was like, oh, okay. So it was. That's what I love about it. So with theater, every show is different depending on your audience.
Right.
The audience really makes your show. So when you're doing theater, it's just every night is different. And I love being on stage. I love it because I can be somebody else and live that life and step right back off the stage and be me again, So that's what I love about theater. When I got on set to do a web series, it was like, okay, let's talk about this.
Yes.
You don't have to be so big. You don't have to, because I was like, because I'm used to theater.
Right.
So they were like, Tamika, first of all, you don't have to be so loud, and you don't have to make such big gestures. And I'm like, oh, I thought I was doing a good job. So, but the good thing about doing camera, you can pause it, start over, do it again until you get it right. Then you get one shot.
That's right.
You get one shot. If you miss a line, oh well, that line is missed. If you carry your characters, because you have to remember your lines, their lines, and what comes next to make it make sense. In case somebody does drop a line, you have to fix it so that it makes sense. You can't just go back 3 pages if somebody missed a line and be like, oh yeah, let me say that line. No, it doesn't work that way.
That's right.
You have to know how to carry those lines and be a thespian on stage,
That's right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, these are some of the actors of the stage play Chosen. And again, we are coming to Baltimore, Maryland, August 20th, and then we'll be in New York, September 10th. Listen, we're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to know from the ladies what Chosen means to them. Respect my royalty, because again, a lot of this has reflected us and has affected us in such a way differently, as men, as women. And we all learn something from it. So don't go anywhere. Just that you are watching Talking with 3D right here on Fleshwork TV. We'll be right back. Get a snack. Come right back.
So, how can you tell when a man is cheating on you?
You think your man cheating?
Yes, I do.
That's how you can tell.
I should have known something when I found this telephone number in my husband's luggage.
You found a telephone number?
Yes, I did.
And what happened when you called?
Well, I didn't call.
You're so weak. I'm going to call. I'm going to say, hello, Barbara, this is Shirley. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to call up. I like this kind of mess.
Hello? Hello?
It's for you.
I know you ain't in this with me!
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Once again, you are watching Talking with 3D right here on Pushwork TV. I am here with some of the cast members of the stage play Chosen. And Chosen, once again, will be in Baltimore, Maryland, August 20th. We're going to be at the Chesapeake Arts Theater. And we will make sure that online you will know where to get the tickets and how to get the tickets. So also, we had a special endorsement by
Hezekiah Walker.
Yeah.
Endorsed the stage
my
play.
goodness.
So I'm going to show a little bit of the video at the end of this interview. But Hezekiah Walker has endorsed it. So again, you know it's going to be a great play when Hezekiah Walker puts his stamp of approval on the play. So listen, I'm going to start with Lisa. Lisa, tell me what it was. How did it make you feel being in this stage play Chosen? Because we don't want to give a lot of weight about it, but I want to know, how did it affect you?
Playing the part of Joy, being the main character's best friend and support, it sort of hit home because in my real life as Lisa, I have had a couple of friends who have been in situations where they felt so broken and they felt like they couldn't take anymore. And I'm always the one who tells them, look, let's get it together.
Yes.
You got this. Don't let anything, no person, no woman, no man, nothing break you to a point where you feel like you have to give up and you've lost everything, because this is only the beginning of a new life for you.
Right.
And in the play, it kind of hit home when I had to be that support for her, because she encapsulated that part so well. And I found myself feeling like me, and it just kind of meshed together with who I was and my character. And it just came across so easy for me. I felt like I was her and she was me. It didn't feel like I had to become her.
Right.
Her.
What do you tell that girlfriend that you have to support, that's going through this type of relationship where, she may be getting cheated on, she may be getting abused? What do you tell that friend as Lisa?
I have told her or them, first of all, I just want people to know I've been in an abusive relationship, physically and emotionally. And it's not fun. One is no worse than the other.
Yes.
But I've told that friend that, look, if you can just get your gut up, get your courage up, there's nothing you cannot do alone. You were born alone. You are a child of God. That's who you believe in. And all you have to do is take that first step. He will do the rest. But you cannot be afraid, because the fear is what is going to hold you back from your new life.
Right.
That old life is something that is familiar to you, even if it hurts, will hold you there. But when you get in your head, because it's nothing more powerful, as TD Jakes said, than a changed mind. Yes. And once you get it in your head, okay, this is it. This is the first step I'm taking. I'm going to let God do the rest. And everything else will pan out. But you have to let go of the fear, because the fear will imprison you.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
That is what I've told them.
Yes, the fear will keep you there.
Yes.
You have to learn how to deal with the fear first. And once you deal with that fear first, then nothing can stop you. And that's where it begins, dealing with the fear. You have to deal with the fact of, how do I get out of it? Where do I go? Will I be on my own? Because there's a lot of times family's not going to be there to support you. There's a lot of times that friends are not going to be there to support you. You have to be able to deal with the fear of what's to come.
That's
and once you get that into perspective, there's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you.
Exactly.
Io, you play Aunt Ava.
Yes.
And Aunt Ava is a little sassy little something
Indeed, she is.
that can make a mean pan of macaroni and cheese. Tell us what it was like for you to play that character.
Sure. So one thing that we learn in in training is not to judge the character. You step into that role, you have to have, empathy for the character, and that's the only way that you're going to be able to walk in the shoes of that character. So I can tell you this, that Aunt Ava is a polar opposite of who I am, for sure. She's definitely the antagonist, one of the antagonists, I should say, in the play. And she really works to the detriment of the main character, of the character Noel. And again, I'm not judging the character. My goal in that role is to do my job.
That's right. That's right.
And at the end of the play, I knew I did a good job because a few folks said, we loved your acting, but we hated your character. I said, yes,
yes,
we did. We did our thing, but I can definitely relate to seeing people like an Aunt Ava who is not there to be supportive, who just wants to tear someone, others down and try to dim the light, and just, that's definitely the enemy is the devil at work. Yes. And we have to find a way to equip ourselves. And I think, Lisa, you said some amazing things, and Derrick, you were building on fear. And I've learned that fear is false entities appearing real. It's an illusion, baby. It's an illusion. And once you can get past that illusion, you got it. You're in a good space.
You're in a good space. And let me tell you something what I want actors to understand, and it's playing off what you said, is that a lot of times they're like, oh, they're going to hate me. They're not going to like me. If an audience tells you, oh, you play that part, but I hated you on that stage, you did your job, that's a compliment. You did your job because that was the assignment. And you understood the assignment. You're not playing Io, you're not playing Lisa, you're not playing Tamika. You are a character. And a lot of times people are so fearful, especially when it comes to theater. When it comes to film, we can play those different characters because it's like it's a movie. But theater, I don't know why a lot of times people don't want to be portrayed as that person, because you're right there in front of them. And you're afraid to think, oh, what if something about me comes out? What if the truth? But that's okay. That's okay, because you have to pour yourself into it. You have to dig deep to find these characters. So it's a compliment to you. And Io, you did a wonderful job. I compliment you as well for being the first time and doing theater. I did not know that until really 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago that I found out that this was your first time on theater. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. Tamika, I would like to know, Tamika, being in the stage play Chosen, how would you encourage young ladies that are in some type of abusive situation? So, and as Lisa was saying, abuse comes in all different forms and fashion. How would you advise a young lady to get help, to seek therapy, to seek guidance? What would you advise them?
Oh my gosh, I'm speaking to myself because I too have been through some abuse, and for a long time, because I'm an actress, no one on the outside of my world knew what was going on the inside because I'm such an actress. So when it was made known that this really was going on, it was like, wait, what? What? First of all, prayer, and prayer again, because God knows what you're going through. Yes. But you have to get tired of it. And what I do, and this is just me using me. I can pray for you, but I can't pray for you. You understand what I mean?
I got it.
I can pray for you, but I can't pray for you. You've got to go to God and ask God to pull you through this. So some things, friends, family, loved ones can get you through some stuff, but until you're ready to get through it, you're not going to be ready to get through it. I can try to tell you everything till I'm blue in the face, to try to make you leave, to try to make you get help, to try to make you see that there are better things out there. But until you're ready, you're not going to go. Because like you said, that familiar space, even though it's uncomfortable, it becomes comfortable.
Right.
Even though it's not some place that you want to be, it's a safe place because that's all you know. But when you have people around you that like I said, I can sit back and quietly pray for you and pray that you see the light and pray that God shows you something that makes you want to come out. Because at the end of the day, you've got to want that. I had to want it. But you know what it took for me? It took for me to see my children dealing with situations that I was putting them through that I didn't realize, wait, my children are dealing with this. I thought because it's behind closed doors, they didn't know. My kids are like, wait, hold up. We know and see everything that you do and that you see. And I'm like, wait, what? But that's what woke me up. That's the reality check that I needed because I love them more than at that time I loved myself. So it took me to see that I needed to get them to a safe space. So at the end of the day, that's what it took for me. But every person has their breaking point. You don't know you're at rock bottom until you hit rock bottom. You know what I mean? You can see somebody else's low and say, oh gosh, that's bad. But it's not rock bottom until you've actually hit it. But once you hit rock bottom, God will show you some things and there's nowhere to go but up, because sometimes he'll lay you flat on your back. So you'll know nothing got you through this but him. So at the end of the day, you have to seek God. You have to, and I know there are a lot of people that they have their own faith, their own journey. This is what worked for me.
That's right.
I had to seek God. I had to go and put my face on the floor and cry and do the ugly tears to say, God, I've had enough. Now help me get through this. And this is me getting through this. So.
Yeah. And you said something that's very, very powerful. You have to choose this for yourself. And if you don't choose to get the help, seek the help, and it never happened, no one else can do it for you. You know, like you said, we can pray for you, but we can't pray for you. There's a thing, and people got to get that. What do you mean you can't pray? No, I can pray for you. But the thing is this, have you prayed for yourself? You asked to get out of this situation because you get too comfortable, as you were saying, you get too comfortable. It's too familiar that, you know what, I can change the situation. What about changing yourself? What about changing yourself first? So that's why this play is so important, because you get to see someone go through a journey. You get to see how it affected family. You get to see how it's affected your friends. You know, this is a play where everyone, again, will see just a little bit about themselves. They truly will. Listen, once again, August 20th, the stage play Chosen is going to be at the Chesapeake Arts Center. You can get tickets. You can go to www.universe.com/Chosen Stage Play Maryland Show. Because again, there's going to be a New York show. There's also a Maryland show. The Maryland show is first. Baltimore show is first, August 20th. And then we'll be in New York City on September 10th. So make sure that you go to www.universe.com/Chosen Stage Play Maryland Show to get your tickets. Also, when you get your tickets, say that you were invited by Tamika, Ayo, or Lisa, or myself, Derrick. You can say you were invited by one of us. So that way we will make sure that we are out there greeting you and welcoming you to the show. Listen, we're going to take another quick break. And we're going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about the stage play Chosen and what it meant to us and what you're going to get from the show. So once again, don't go anywhere. You are watching Talking with 3D. The cast of the stage play Chosen coming to Baltimore, Maryland on August 20th and New York, September 10th. We invite you out to come out to a powerful stage play Chosen. A lady's journey from cold to crushed to crowned, empowering and equipping ladies to recognize their royalty and to reach their full divine potential. Have you been called? Have you been crushed? And have you been crowned?
Do you understand your full potential? Do you understand that you are royalty? Come out August 20th in Baltimore and New York on September 10th. Don't miss this dynamic play, Chosen.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I am here with some of the cast of the stage play Chosen, which is coming up in Baltimore, August 20th, and then in New York, September 10th. So if you miss us in Baltimore, you can come on, just drive up to New York, catch the bus, train, whatever, do what you got to do. But you're going to meet us there in New York to see the stage play Chosen. Listen, some of the actors that are in the stage play, we have Kayla Williams, we have Sean Hood that's in the play, Fran Shelton, Kristen Michelle Young is in the play. Of course, Io and Lisa and Tamika are in the play. Tanya Harris, we have Jaden Barnes. Also, we have Monica Devon, she is in the play. And myself, Derrick Durrell Dixon is in the play. So we have some heavy hitters that are in stage play Chosen. Listen, Io, what should somebody expect when they come to the play?
Expect the unexpected. You know, sometimes you don't know until you hear a message delivered a certain way, or just sometimes you have to be in the space before you know how you're going to be affected. So I say expect the unexpected. But what you can definitely expect is you're going to see a woman who's going to triumph, who is going to dust off her shoulders and smack away those haters and make a way for herself, because she chose herself, right?
Right.
She knows her purpose, and she's committed. She's being, a good wife, and she's taking care of other people, but she's still holding herself at the center and holding her children, just borrowing from some things that, some of the other ladies have said on the call. She put her family and herself center, and she makes a way, and she is triumphant. So you're going to be inspired. If nothing else, I think you will be inspired, and you're going to want to go to the Baltimore show and the New York show, and you're just going to be a chosen groupie, just following us at every show, because you're going to be inspired.
Yeah. Inspired, that's the word, inspired. And every show, when you come to different shows, you just expect something different. You'll never know what we're going to be doing. So expect the unexpected and come to be inspired. Lisa, what does it mean to you when it means to be called, to be crushed, and to be crowned?
So that's an awesome question. Crushed. I have been crushed, and crushed to me is when that woman went through the worst time of her life and she thought she lost everything. For me, it was at a time in my life when I did lose almost everything. I thought, because I had 4 miscarriages during my marriage. I lost 4 babies back to back, 9 months apart. And so that was crushed to me. The next part of that was when I really got to know God in another way. And I had to talk to him every day to keep my mind and to keep me sane and to keep me going without having to ask someone for antidepressants, turn into alcohol, turn into drugs. I had to pray my way through that, just me and God. That's it.
Yes.
And that part to me was the part when, I don't want to give too much away, but when she went to another phase of her life in the play. And then the crown part was, oh my gosh, for me, this point right now, because I went through so much, not knowing my purpose and not knowing where God was going to take me on my journey. And it ended up that my journey is here. And right now my assignment is here. And at that point in the play, her assignment took her where she was supposed to go, and all things turned around for her, and all these blessings just came out of nowhere for her. And it's the same with me. Blessings now are coming from every direction because I'm walking in his purpose, regardless of the hurt, regardless of being crushed, regardless of feeling like I was never going to get up. Like I almost wanted to get down and go to sleep and not wake up the next day. I didn't have a plan at all.
Yes.
No plans of thoughts of suicide or anything. It's just, I did not want to be part of this world because I thought my life was over.
Right.
And so this for me is my crown part.
Wow.
I do it right now.
Amen.
Wow. Listen, Tamika, Respect My Royalty is about empowering, equipping ladies to recognize their royalty and reach their full divine potential. So again, empowering and equipping ladies to recognize their royalty and to reach their full divine potential. What does that mean?
For me, that it means so much. It comes full circle. It's what God has for you is for you. So where someone else's light is shining and they're looking good over there in that element, that's not the light for you. You have to find what's for you. You have to go to dig deep and find what's inside of you that makes you perk up and be who you need to be for the next level or the next phase. So when you see someone else, I don't like to see people envious or bashing other people for them doing whatever they're doing that makes their light shine so bright. You have something inside of you. God plucked you out and made you a very particular person for your individual purpose. So whatever it is that you have inside of you, other people see it. Like we have so many different characters in this, and I know this is a God-ordained cast. It's the first time I've ever been in a cast where it's like every single person I've looked at for something. For everybody's different, but we all come together and it's complete. It is really complete, and it's like, wow, this is really. It's an eerie feeling when you walk in and feel that. You feel it. You feel the Holy Spirit in there when you walk in the cast, and when it's time to go and do something, and the devil is just busy doing his thing. You have to understand that we were placed here for a reason. So for us to all see our potential, we lean on one another, we guide one another, we coach one another, we pep talk one another, we pray for one another. So it's like, that's what I love about what Lady Nicole has done. She strategically put this together. And I think that's the biggest part about all of this. Like at first, I was not here to take this role. I was going through some stuff. I was not going to do it. And I got the, Reverend Tam call back like, hey, sister, come on, Rev, I need you to. And I'm like, you know what? It's a small part. I think I'll do it. Then once I got there, it was like, hold up, you know what I mean? And it really is equipping us with what we need to move on to the next phase. So some of you know, I went through something very, very physical and emotional. Yes. One Sunday, I was broken when I got to rehearsal. I was broken, but God placed me in that room with those powerful praying women that surrounded me with what I needed at that moment. So she didn't even know what was going on in that room, but God knew. God knew. It's happening. It's happening.
Yes. And we're talking about Cam Howard. Cam Howard, he is the other part of Nicole Howard, the manager, the stage manager, executive producer. He's a wonderful guy, Cam Howard. We are so excited to be able to work with him. Listen, we're going to show you just a quick clip of Hezekiah Walker. And then when we get right back, we got a special guest that's going to join us for the last segment of our show. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're talking to the cast of the stage play Chosen.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Hezekiah Walker, and I got something to talk to y'all about. I want to talk to you about the stage play Chosen. Chosen is an extremely powerful and inspiring Christian-based play about ladies' empowerment. And what can I say about Lady Nicole Howard? She is just simply incredible. That's the only word I can think of, incredible. She devotes her time to helping women. Her business, Respect My Royalty, empowers and equips ladies from around the world to reach their full divine potential. Lady Nicole Howard, the stage play Chosen, you got my vote.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are back right here on Talking with 3D on Plushwork TV. Listen, I am so excited. We have the writer, the visionary, the executive producer. Miss Nicole Howard is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, this would not be happening if it wasn't for Nicole. I don't know why I'm getting even emotional right now. I'm about to tear up just because of the fact that she is here. But let me tell you something. This means a lot to me that I am part of this production. And I got asked to come on from a friend, Kristen Michelle Young, who plays also in the play. And I got to know Nicole and Kim. And meeting them, it's like we instantly have this bond. We instantly, when we have meetings that where we say the same things and we think the same way, and it's amazing when you're around people that are like-minded, that have the same aspirations as you, that we inspire each other. And the word chosen, I don't take it lightly. The word chosen is that we, like Tamika was saying, we were chosen to do this for a reason. So we are here with Nicole, again, a lady's journey from called to crush to crown is the book that she wrote. And she turned it into this fabulous stage play, Chosen, under Respect My Royalty Productions. And again, we were talking about how it is empowering to equip ladies to recognize their royalty and to reach their full divine potential.
Absolutely.
Lady Nicole, what does that mean to that you can tell, especially our young ladies out there, what does that mean to them so they fully understand what does it mean for me to be called, to be crushed, and to be crowned, and to find my full divine potential?
Good question. So I believe that being called, for me, is being called by God. A lot of people get a calling and they ignore it, but God knows what he's doing when he's calling you. And sometimes being called will disrupt your life. It will interrupt all of your plans.
Come on now.
You're being called, and maybe not necessarily in a way that you thought that you should have been called. My agenda has always been to help women. That's it. But I was more of a background person. I just wanted to just help in the background. But my crushing season just put all of my stuff on display and pushed me right into the forefront. So the speaking engagements and all of these interviews and all of the things that I have been doing was not what I wanted to do, but what God called me to do. So I had plans, but of course, you know, we always want to follow God's will for our life. And this is what God called me to do. So when you're being called, most likely it will come with a crushing season.
Yes.
Sometimes it is a layoff from work. Unfortunately, sometimes it might be a death, might be someone who's sick that now you have to care for. It could be a divorce. It could be controversy. It could be all of the above, unfortunately, because we know that the enemy does not play fair, and he will gut punch you, then sucker punch you, then kick you while you're down and try to keep you down. But we all know that God is God, and it doesn't matter what the enemy does to you, but it matters what God says about you. So when all is said and done, you will receive your crown. Now, for me, my crown is peace of mind and joy. Everybody else might have a different kind of crown. Some people may want peace. Some people may want a new job. Some people may want a new man. Some people may want a new woman. You just never know what your crown is for you, what you want to work toward, you know, getting a degree, whatever, starting a business. Sometimes having a good crown, wearing a crown is just being a good mom, a good parent, you know, so it's different for everybody. So being called, being crushed, being crowned, I believe that it is a necessary journey to align yourself with God's will. And it's just part of the process. It's not always fun, and it's definitely not always easy, but it is necessary to go
it is
get
necessary.
your crown. And one of the things that I always tell ladies is when you get your crown, don't keep it for yourself. It is your responsibility to reach back and help as many people as you can.
Yes. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, once again, if you miss this, you are going to miss a whole lot. Chosen, the stage play. Tickets are on sale right now, August 20th in Baltimore.
Yes.
You can go to www.universe.com/chosen stage play Maryland show. You can do the same thing for the New York show, just put chosen stage play New York show. That's going to be September 10th. September 10th. So August 20th, Baltimore, September 10th in New York. We also have other cities that we're going to be announcing as well. So please make sure that you go to www.respectmyroyalty.com, get information there. Follow Lady Nicole Howard on Facebook or any one of us on Facebook and make sure that you have all the information on this stage play. You don't want to miss it. Io, let me ask you this. I'm going to ask all three of you ladies. Io, what is your crowning season?
Could you say that again, please?
What is your crowning season?
My crowning season?
Yes.
It's right now.
Right now.
It's right now. You know, I set a few years ago, I set some goals for myself. And I'd say that we can always rebirth at any time. When we want to start over, we just have to decide that we want to start over. We have to make that choice for ourselves. So a couple years ago, I decided that it's time for a change. And I'm going to become an actress. I'm going to purchase a house. I'm going to excel and get a promotion at my job. I set several goals for myself. And here I am. My life is, I feel like this is the best life I have ever, the best time I can ever remember in my life. You know, my children are amazing. I have 4 children. They are thriving and they're doing well. COVID was rough on many of us, but there were some beautiful things that had come out of that. I got to stay home with my children. I had to go in that, you know, in that cocoon and in that space to really do that personal work. And now this is my crowning season. I'm out.
Wow.
I
Lisa,
am out and living my best life.
Thank you. Io, thank you. Lisa, what is your crowning season? And Tamika, you think about yours, but you got 30 seconds because I know you're about to go into preaching mode, Tamika. Lisa, what is your crowning season?
Actually, my crowning season is right now. Like I said, my journey was not fun. And when God called me, I had no idea I would be here. I just know that they always say, ask God every day to be somebody's answer. That's what I pray for. And I was like, I hate it. I hate not being a mother. Why didn't God choose me for that?
Wow.
Why didn't God choose me to have kids, to be a mother? But God chose me to birth something else. And he chose me to birth my art.
Wow.
Chose me for this, chosen. So I'm chosen for this.
Love it. Wow. And I love the fact that you know that what God still had purpose for you. That's very important because a lot of people don't know what that is. So for you to really know what God purpose for you, that's what's important. Tamika, you got 30 seconds.
You already know, I'm a little different than everybody else. My crown is on the shelf right now. My crowning season is coming. I know it is. I'm going through some things. Everything happens for a reason, and I trust God. I trust God. My children right now are the most important thing. So I'm lending them my crown for right now and trusting that my time is coming. So let's just leave it there before I get too crazy. That's my 30 seconds.
And let me tell you something, Tamika. You're wearing your crown because the fact that you, like you just said, I'm allowing my children to wear my crown, that right there shows me that you have queened up. You have queened up and you have earned your crown because of the fact you know what your children need and you have put some things aside. But let me tell you something, sweetheart, you have crowned up. You have crowned up and you need to know that you are wearing your crown. But that crown that you're wearing, you just let it trickle down. You haven't taken off your crown. You've just let it trickle down. So always make sure it's not on the shelf. It's not on the shelf. You're wearing it. It's just the fact that now you've got to believe in it. You've got to walk in it. And I would say as for the male perspective, my crowning season, I put this on Facebook today, my crowning season is that I've learned to forgive. I hold on to so many things, and I'm not forgiving you. I'm not forgiving you. I'm forgiving myself for even allowing me to be disgruntled, to be mad, to be upset. I'm forgiving me. I'm forgiving me because now I can walk in peace. I can walk in love, and I don't have to hold on to those grudges that don't mean not a squat to me because I'm mad at so and so, and then they over at Rodeo Drive shopping and everything, and I'm sitting over here at Walmart mad because of that they over there Rodeo Drive spending all, so why am I mad? So I've learned to forgive and let go. As you get older, you learn that those little petty things, they mean nothing.
Amen.
They mean nothing.
Amen.
So, Lady Nicole, tell us why everyone should come out and see the stage play Chosen.
Well, it is absolutely wonderful. We put together an incredible production. I think that there is something for everyone, people who are suffering with self-esteem issues. Unfortunately, there are women and men who are suffering from abuse and sometimes emotional abuse, verbal abuse, and again, unfortunately, sometimes physical abuse. There are people who are suffering from relationship issues with mother-in-laws or maybe sister-in-laws and so forth. Church hurt is a big thing that we kind of sweep under the rug and act like it doesn't exist, but it does exist.
Yes.
The fear of being a single mom, all of these things are talked about, and we address all of these issues in the stage play. But again, what is so wonderful about it is that we display how you can go through with grace and dignity, and also come out on the other side and receive your crown, receive everything that God has for you. So we encourage everyone, old, young, men and women, churched and unchurched, to come and participate in this amazing play. And also, we are a Black cast.
Yes.
From management to crew.
Yes.
So, and we are doing the thing. So come and support your people. We would really appreciate it. And we would love to have you join us for the Maryland show and the New York show.
Yes. And once again, you're going to come out, you're going to see Kayla Williams, you're going to see Sean Hood, you're going to see Fran Shelton, Kristen Michelle Young, Io Moore, Lisa Anderson. You also got Tamika Addison, you got Tanya Harris, Jaden Barnes, you have Monica Devon. Also, we have Elwood. Elwood Ingram has been added to our cast. We welcome him to the cast. Rico, he's there. He's going to be opening the show up. Also, Cam Howard, the executive producer director of the show. We have a fantastic production team. Going to be setting up the backdrops, all of that, all Black owned, black actors, everything. Please come out and support the stage play Chosen. Baltimore, Maryland, August 20th, September 10th in New York. Go to www.universe.com/Chosen Stage Play Maryland Show or /Chosen Stage Play New York Show. So please do not miss this play. Go out, get your tickets. They are available right now as I speak. So I want you to go click on the link. I'm going to put it right there in the comments. Click on the link and get your tickets. You can bring your friends. We want everyone to come out. It's going to be at the Chesapeake Arts Center out in Glen Burnie area. It's not too far to drive, ladies and gentlemen. It is like 20 minutes to stop. There's a jump over there. You'll be fine. Just drive. It's nice weather and everything like that out there. So you're going to come out and enjoy this show. Listen, I want to thank each and one of you ladies that came on today to talk about the stage play Chosen. It's been such a pleasure to work with you, and it's going to be a pleasure to keep working with you. So again, thank you. Nicole, please give us your final words about the stage play. Also, tell us where we can get the book, Chosen, A Lady's Journey from Call to Crush to Crown.
So the book Chosen, A Lady's Journey from Call to Crush to Crown is available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Christian Living Books, as well as our website, Respect My Royalty. So please check us out, buy a book, and buy one for a friend. So closing, I would just say that I always just want to encourage women to understand who they are and whose they are. And our mission statement and our vision is to empower and equip ladies to recognize their royalty and to reach their full divine potential and to edify the Savior. Those are our standards. And I believe that that could be applied to everyone. We all need to be empowered and equipped, and to help other people be empowered and equipped. And I also want to encourage those people who are going through a crushing season. As I said, being called, sometimes it is not easy. God will interrupt all of your plans, and you might suffer with pain and betrayal and humiliation, but that pain will push you into your purpose.
Amen.
So go through with dignity, go through with grace, keep your character and your godly principles, and watch what happens. You will get to a place, just like I did, when I say, and I can say this with all sincerity, it was good for me that I was afflicted, because of where I am and what God has given to me. The peace that I have is something that the mothers of the church used to talk about. The peace that surpasses all understanding. You can be in the middle of a storm and still have peace. And that's what I want for everyone. I want everyone to understand that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are God's child. That makes you royalty. So walk in your royalty.
Walk in your royalty and crown up my queen. Yes. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I want to again thank you so much for tuning in to Talking with 3D. We've ran out of time. We could keep talking for this more with these ladies, but thank you so much. We want to again make sure that you get your tickets. Look at the link in the comments for the stage play chosen August 20th here in Baltimore, and then September 10th in New York. Thank you, ladies, for joining me tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week right here on Plushwork TV, Talking with 3D. I am your host, Derrick Durrell Dixon.
When you're feeling down and like your world's moving slow, just remember your race. It moves at your pace when marching towards your goals.